For the last 60 days, I've been taking cold showers consistently every morning, and I'm probably going to keep doing it for the rest of my life. And in this video, I'm going to give you every single reason to why you should be taking cold showers as well, which is why I'm out here at my pool explaining what cold exposure does while I'm in the cold exposure. So yeah, I'm taking a cold shower. It's 6:57 right now. I'm like half naked, 60 degrees, which is not super cold, but you know, I'm in California. It's cold for us. I don't know why I do this shit, bro. It's gonna be cold. It's windy as well. Oh my God. You just gotta go right into it. Oh. So right away when you get into a cold body of water, what happens is that it increases your norepinephrine, dopamine, and adrenaline. And the first one you notice is adrenaline because it's cold as shit, your body's going into shock. And so you start to wake up. You get that cold shock so that you're wide awake. In the morning you feel groggy, you feel tired, you don't want to do anything. But after you take a cold shower, it wakes you up super quickly. It only takes like 2, 3, 4 minutes. But you're already awake and focused. This is because of an increase in your body of norepinephrine, which is the chemical that's involved with alertness. So not only are you ready to go and do the things that you need to get done, you also have an increase in alertness. So if you want to go do the thing that's difficult and hard for you to focus on right in the morning, something that you actually just want to get done and out of the way in the day, this will help you so much with focusing on that hard task, something that requires a lot of your brain power. I've been trying to record more in the morning, and this is something that takes a lot of my brain power. That can be frustrating sometimes. And right after doing this cold exposure, I feel very focused and very present talking to you right now. But looking past everything else, the most important thing is that it's difficult. It's really difficult. In the morning, the one thing that you probably don't want to do is to get into a cold shower and have to sit there for 3 minutes in that uncomfortable water. You could be lying in your bed, super comfortable, super warm. You could put on a bunch of clothes and just bundle up in the morning. But instead, if you go and take a cold shower, that is going to build so much discipline. I've gotten so much better at taking cold showers now where I just go straight in there in the morning. I stand under the shower head and I instantly just turn the handle. But I used to be way, way less good at it. I would sit there and not want to go into the water and be hesitant. I would turn it on and kind of put my toes in and then slowly make my way in there because I didn't want to do it. It's difficult. There was a resistance against it. And now I've built up the discipline to where I know every single day, yeah, that's what I'm going to do when I wake up. It hasn't become easier. The water is still really cold. It hasn't gotten any warmer. It's not actually any better than it was before, but I'm just more disciplined about it. I go in there every single day, and I know that it's easier to just get it over with, and I get it done straight away. And I know if you're watching this video, then you've probably tried cold showers for a little bit, and then maybe you stopped. It is difficult to do it every single morning. The warm water feels nice, right? But that's what you have to get away from. That comfortable feeling in the morning where you really don't want to take a cold shower, and you know you should, but you just don't because it's difficult. It's not comfortable. It's probably the most uncomfortable thing you can do right away in the morning. And that's the exact reason you should be doing it. You can cope and say, oh no, there's not that many benefits. Like, why would I take a cold shower? Like, I don't even need that. Or you can actually have the discipline and the humility to say, okay, I'm going to do this every morning because I know it's difficult and I know I don't want to do it. There's really no reason for you not to do it. Almost every single person has access to cold water, either a cold body of water or a shower. So there's no reason for you to say you can't do cold exposure. You have access to it. For a long time, I was just an absolute bitch about it. Literally the only reason that I wasn't doing it was because I was coping. I didn't want to go in the cold water. I didn't want to take the cold shower and have to feel that discomfort. And so I coped and said, no, but I don't have to because there really isn't that many benefits when there actually are. One of the most notable ones being the increase in dopamine, which is a good enough reason for you to do this in the first place. If you've been following me or watch any type of content like mine, you know that dopamine is a neurotransmitter in your brain, and that it's the chemical involved with pleasure and motivation. And you've probably heard about dopamine mostly in negative ways, like the dopamine spikes, the cheap sources of dopamine. And those are bad activities, things like watching porn, things like playing video games. But if we are talking about an increase in dopamine that lasts above baseline throughout the day, that's a good thing. That's gonna make you feel happier and more energized throughout the day. And what happens when you do cold exposure is that you get a boost of dopamine that doesn't go back down below baseline. It steadily goes back down to baseline and stays above for hours after cold exposure. Something that you might not know about cold exposure is that it actually increases your body temperature. It sounds like it would decrease your body temperature, that after you get out of cold water that your body temperature would go down, but it actually goes up. Obviously, when you're in the cold body of water, in the cold shower, your body temperature is going to go down. But after you get out, since your skin and your whole entire body was covered with cold water, your body's going to fight for it to increase. So after you get out, your body temperature actually goes up, which is very good for waking up, for getting your day going, because what actually naturally happens after you wake up is that your body temperature starts to increase. So if you get that increase in body temperature, you're already going to be waking your body up, getting ready for the day. It's actually very important for when you go to bed, your body to decrease in body temperature, and then when you wake up, your body to increase in body temperature. And so when you wake up, your body is naturally, slowly increasing its body temperature. So it is a smart thing to sort of heat your body up in the morning. I know it sounds weird, but through cold exposure. I can almost guarantee that everyone watching this video has access to cold exposure. If you've made it this far to the video, you really have no excuse now for not taking cold showers. Every time you wake up and you get out of your bed and you're feeling tired and you want to get back in your bed, think about this video, about how if you don't go and take that cold shower, all you're doing is coping. All you're doing is literally telling yourself you're not strong enough to go take that cold shower. Every single time, remember, if you don't take that cold shower, all you're doing is lying to yourself and coping to yourself. Literally, you have no reason not to. I hope this video helped you. If it did, scroll down, click the subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. It will help you. And never stop improving. You'll be grateful for it later.